There's a concept in evangelical Christianity known as servant leadership. That is to say that the lady who serves soup in the soup kitchen is just as important as the guy in the pulpit. And when you start forgetting that, when you start thinking, well, it's all about, who's the vice president, who's the, pastor and all, if you start thinking like that, you're never going to get anywhere. Because what happens is you construct a hierarchical top-down system where it's all about the power coming from the top rather than the power coming up from the people. Okay? If you get that top-down hierarchical type of organization, and I think we've seen this in recent years with if you've watched how the Republican Party goes, what has happened, what really happened during the Bush years is basically you had this idea, well, we're going to sit around and wait for our leaders in Washington to tell us what the issues are, tell us what our positions are. They're going to issue the talking points and tell us how to vote. And if you allow that to happen, if that kind of top-down hierarchical system of control takes over, the grassroots dies. After a while, people start asking themselves, why am I doing this? What am I here for? What's in it for me? Those people up in Washington, they're just running it for their own sake, One of the great scandals of recent times was the Abramoff scandal. That broke my heart. You know why it broke my heart? Because it involved Ralph Reed. Ralph Reed, the former executive director of the Christian Coalition, got involved with Abramoff on behalf of casino gambling clients. Well, you see, I remember back in Georgia in 1996, the lottery came up on the referendum. There was going to be a referendum on the lottery. And those Christian conservative people, they moved heaven and earth to try to stop that lottery. They were organized, they were active, they had phone trees, they had everything going. And they came so close to defeating that lottery. And then, the same Christian conservative leaders who told them how they had to fight the lottery were taking money from casino gambling clients. And I'm like, well, if you lose the next election, whose fault is that? Stuff like that happens when the people at the grassroots stop paying attention. Never underestimate the power of the persistent, determined individual. Finally, I want to say something about what John Lewis was saying. He mentioned private property. He mentioned the values of the Founding Fathers. And I tell you,